what makes Icon special is that we don't just feature people who are good in business or investments, but we feature people that we know personally, that we know have walked the talk as well. For this video, we'd like to introduce Mrs. Rosemarie Rafael of Airspeed Philippines International and Linex. She also is the CEO of Speed Regalo, One Sycamore Food Ventures, which dabbles in coffee, Thai food, and a lot more in between. So, hello, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Marvin. This is really exciting. I'm so excited to be at Icon.
Okay, first of all, I know when you started out, you were employed first. What caused you to make the jump from employment to entrepreneurship? What was the biggest push?
Actually, I started in the airline industry, and I was like in ticketing, reservations. Then I saw the salespeople, and I said, wow, sarap daw ng buhay ng mga to, no? Parang they're doing so well, earning so well, but they're always out with other people. So I said, I might as well try to see my future in sales.
Okay.
But I never really got to, liking to go out and talk to people. No, I never really liked that. But I said to myself, if this is where I want to be, but I have to go through a process where I have to do what I need to do to be able to be where I want to be.
Okay.
Nako mo yun, Marvin?
Yeah, it was very profound already.
So, but I never thought of leaving the airline industry because it's a very lucrative industry. But one morning, I was on the phone talking to a very big account, and my boss said, why don't you come to the meeting na, sales meeting, it's going to start. Sabi ko, yes sir, sandali na lang. And then, on the phone for a few more minutes, when I was entering the door, I knocked because they locked it, and when they opened it, my boss said, you cannot enter.
Okay.
You cannot enter anymore because you're late.
Okay.
Of course, I was a new graduate. I was like very upset, very shamed. I was crying on my desk when the phone rang. And when the phone rang, it was another freight forwarding company asking me if I would like to go for an interview.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, of course, ano sasabihin ko, Marvin? Yes, because I was crying. But I love my job, and I went, and that started my career in the freight forwarding industry.
You started everything without a template, without a franchise. What was the biggest problem? For those that are, I guess, watching us that want to start a business, what's the biggest thing that they need to consider when they start a business or when they make the jump as well?
Commitment, Marvin. If I really will come in, then I really have to see it through. There will be bumps, there will be challenges. I look at success as a series of failures. It's not as if ngayon successful na, hindi. There are series of failures, but what do you do with these failures? Will you look at it as a jumping point for you to be successful the next time, or will it be something that will put you down, discourage you, and just stop doing what you have to do?
Okay, so Airspeed is the longest in all of your businesses, Airspeed International. So from where we are right now to the past 30 years, would you say there were a lot of challenges that crossed your mind that caused you to quit already?
Dami.
Okay.
Ang dami. So there's so many.
What made you? Was it just commitment that caused you to stay the course?
Commitment is the number one,
Okay.
and then number two is really looking at the future, looking at what it could be if I go through what needs to be done. Then of course the people around me. We started with 6 people, and now for Airspeed alone we're almost 300.
Okay.
And that's 30 years ago. So what do I do with these people who are like so dedicated, so committed as well in making sure that the business, and not only the business, also the dynamics of customer service, the dynamics of really making sure that we add value to our customers and potential customers, the dynamics of having the reputation in the industry of who we are and who we have become.
Okay, it's very interesting, no? So, but since that 30-year period, you moved from Airspeed International to Airspeed Philippines to Linex, which is into courier. Then you have Science and Wonders, which is into travel, then you have Speed Regalo, which is an online website which does deliveries. Was it intentional that they were all connected to freight forwarding? Was it intentional that you aligned it all to Airspeed?
Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that they all move. There's
Okay.
always movement. Point A, point B, there's always like movement. And anything, to me, it's the same process. Anything that moves, anything wherein there is a logistics involvement, whether it's even food for that matter. I look at it from a logistics point of view because we deliver, we move. Everything that is done is through logistics.
Okay. But why the shift naman from a lot of things that the core was logistics, then you moved into food? Was it
Yeah.
purposeful? People would talk about diversification, that you don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Was that the reason for it?
With food, it's a different story.
Okay.
To me, the food, I don't know how I got into it. If you're going to look at the basics of why you should get into business, everything is not done that way.
Okay.
But again, I think the passion that I have is not just because people ask me, oh, do you love to cook? No. Do you love to bake? No, I don't. But you know what I like to do is to build something, to learn something. And I think I went through the tuition fee of really setting up the food business, but I think I've graduated. I'm not saying I'm a master of it, but I think we've overcome the challenges or the major challenges in the past that will make you even quit.
Okay. So when you started the food venture, if you had the choice to do that first compared to the air freight industry, would you do it?
No. Logistics.
Oh.
That's my first love.
Okay.
Logistics talaga.
So-
but food right now for me, I love it because, we are able to build something
Okay.
and we're able to add value to the it's so nice, like, okay, example, Speed Regalo. It's a small online shopping website, but we're able to serve the overseas workers, the
Okay.
Filipinos overseas. And when they come to us and say that, maraming salamat sa Speed Regalo at napasaya nyo ang aking pamilya sa pamamagitan nyo. What does that, it's way more than money.
Okay, yeah.
It's
yeah.
really like, wow. And then you add value to the people. With food, you add value to them because they love how, we prepare the food, how we are able to give it to them at a particular time because we also deliver.
When starting the businesses now, is it very important for people who are starting to look at if they have a market first, like Speed Regalo, the market is OFWs, like for air freight, you have your own niche market as well.
Yes.
Is that the most important thing, or you just try to build something and then you revolve everything from there?
I think it's really important to know if there is really a niche market for that and why are you doing it? Why are you getting into that particular business? Is there really something that you can serve? Because it's not about, let's do this business, we're going to make money there. Yes, the money part is also important because you have to have a healthy business. But more than that, it's really the value that you're adding to a particular market. Because money or profit will come in if you add value.
Okay.
If you are somebody who will just go beyond what is needed, somebody who will be like dependable and trustworthy,
Okay.
because it is integrity that really puts everything together. So you have to be trustworthy as
And
well.
when you add value, that's when profits come in because clients will.
It's
will
just
love you
gonna
for
be
it.
it's automatic that it's gonna be a fruit.
Okay.
So you don't chase money, but just look for the value that you add to
To your client. So you mentioned that airspeed was something that you loved very much, and then you said that food is something that you just stumbled into, and it's not something you're passionate about. Is it okay for people to start businesses that looks good from a business model perspective, but they don't really love it? Since that's where you're at right now.
I did it, but mainly because I love to build.
Okay.
So to me, I look at the food as something that I will build. So whether it's food, whether it's going to be like logistics or something, it's the building portion that probably kept me going.
Okay.
Not really the cooking. I love to eat. Everybody loves to eat, but it's the the cooking that I don't really do.
Okay.
But I know what food is. You have to know the product, because you have to understand what you have, what you're selling, what you carry. You have to understand what's out there and what you have,
Okay.
and what value can be added to what you have.
Interesting. So, for those that want to, I guess, be entrepreneurs, and not just be an entrepreneur, but have a company that will last for generations, what can
Hindi
they...
halata, Marvin.
Hindi halata. Yeah, she's in her 30s right now. She started at
10.
zero, at 0 years old. But what can they expect this May 27 for Icon 2017 from you?
Well, I'd like to be able to share my heart during that day, because it's really and truly, it's really how I started the business and what are the milestones, the challenges that probably can also help other people, because it really helped me through the journey that I took. All those milestones.
Okay, so we'd like to invite you to Icon 2017. It's in May 27, SMX Aura. You may click the link below to get more details about it. And for those that want to be entrepreneurs, it's time for more Filipinos to actually join this growing economy. So you'll hear a lot of speakers from Rex Mendoza to Randall Chongson to Jack Van End, who will talk about their own expertise. But for those that want to be entrepreneurs, hear Miss Rosemarie Rafael's stories out. So we hope to see you there this May 27th.
Yes. Thank you, Marvin. Thank you. See you there.